funny story. I was like on social media's Instagram and I come across this funny post. It was like, it's beginning to smell a lot like we'll circle back and wait till the new year. Like basically people are like just putting off responsibilities and duties, like important emails, important tasks, and they're just like pushing it back, man. I thought it was hilarious, but it kind of got me thinking,
Welcome to the Edge Up podcast with your hosts Reed and Glenn from Hawaii Trading Academy.
like how, you know, if anything, this is not the time in trading. It's not the time to slow down, man.
And yeah, I mean, like, there people mentally they want to just take a break for these last 2 months, dude, and not push. Whether you be in your job, your career, or in whatever thing you're doing, but in trading, I mean, like, there's still at minimum 20 plus 30 days of trading, plain and simple, right? So um we want to dive into that, like how to trade through the holidays, right? Do you even trade through the holidays? Yes, you do. We want to start off by like one of the great books out there, One Good Trade. Mike Bella, I think in chapter 6 he was talking about how he was at his Thanksgiving lunch or dinner with his family, his loved ones, right? And of course everyone's off, no one should be at work except for a few, but his partner called him in. He's like, you need to come to the office. And sure enough, I remember reading that he showed up to the office, I think still in his pajamas. He's like, what is it, right? And sure enough, they found opportunity in the markets. They put on great good size and they made a good solid winning. And kind of the what we wanted to relay with that story, when we set goals, say we're traders, we set goals in trading, whatever it may be. You want to be full-time trader, you want to hit a certain number, you want to do this or that, right? First thing that comes to mind, right, is what you want to attain, right? That number or that particular target. But one of the most important questions we need to ask ourselves is, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice to get there? We don't think about that, right? And this is kind of tying into that mindset, that thing. So especially in the holidays, it's super crucial, man. It's super crucial having that right mindset.
Yeah, I mean, like, I go to the gym pretty early in the morning, 5 a.m., and I'm beginning to notice in the last 2 weeks, man. So like start of November, that the gym starts to get a lot more emptier,
Yeah.
right? And it's a full parking lot on throughout the year, but now holidays are coming, people are beginning to slack, like, but people in regular people's mind, they're like, holidays, oh, I could slow down, relax, year's almost ending, I'll wait for the new year, kind of like what we were just joking about in the beginning, right? Most people are lifting off the gas, they're slowing down during the holidays, man. That's the wrong attitude to have, and that's why most of society is where they are at, is because they slow down, and I think it's not actually slowing down is the bad thing. It's the mindset behind the slowing down, the excuses that you're giving yourself. As traders, we like to make the excuse, we of like, oh, I've done really well, like now is the time to slow down. If you want to perform at the highest level, these traders that we follow on Instagram, like these are like, like Mike Bellafor, for example, Lance Bernstein, these guys are not slowing down. They're showing up every day and they're still trading. And like, of course, we'll get into it, but like, you got to make time for your family. You got to communicate that. But I think the point of all this is like, don't settle, right? Don't do what the crowd's doing. Don't do what the majority is doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. One thing to mention with that, lifting off the gas, let's talk about just having like looking at great athletes, right? They have, like, there's a comparison, right? If when you have high tolerance for excuses or laziness, then you will have low performance. That equals low performance. If you have low tolerance for those things, right, all the distractions that's keeping you from your hitting your target, then you will have high performance. And it's a scale, right? It's a scale. And the media, everyone will just throw things at you. Black Friday sales, Cyber Monday, pumpkin spice is at you. You're just getting hit with the emails, right? All these things, they're distracting you from what you want to accomplish, so that you can just go ahead and participate in making Starbucks hit their last Q4 target, and go ahead,
They're putting in the work.
they're putting
Starbucks
in
is
the
putting
work.
in the work and sending you the email to get you out. While you're like chilling and relaxing, you're gonna get that email. Guess what? Someone is behind the doors at Starbucks sending out that email,
Waiting for it.
right?
Waiting.
Exactly, dude.
Exactly. So where do you think great athletes fall in, right? They're more in that low tolerance, high performance, right? Some people think they're cutthroat and whatnot. They're harsh on their teammates, but they aim for high performance. They don't tolerate that stuff. And that's kind of the difference between a regular person, a winner, a regular person compared to like a great winner. So that's the thing, right? You got to keep that in mind when you're going this, right? So like a few things you want to say when you're trading, little traps. You guys be mindful of your language, right? Oh, just breaking the rules once or twice. It's okay. Oh, it just happened this one time. It's a trap. It's a trap back into your comfort zone. You are allowing yourself, when you're saying that, you're allowing yourself to lower the bar. you know you're lowering the bar on what you're trying to achieve. You're lowering the bar on your future self, right? And it's only gonna hold you back, and allow your journey to just prolong, rather than trying to hit it right then and there. You know, Going back, tying it back to trading, let's talk about some stats here. We're not saying here, disclaimer though, we're not saying that you should and have to be trading, but you should be you should have a plan of what you'll be doing during these last 2 months of 2023. But let's reel it back and talk about some seasonality stats. Just on the S&P 500, we're going to use this as an example. It has exhibited some common trends during the holiday season and over the years, and we did the study over 20 years. So a few points that we want to highlight to you guys, the Santa Claus rally. I think last year we were talking about it in our chat, and we saw it in this December. I think the Santa rally came, pushed the S&P up quite a bit, and consecutively too, you know. And so what we're seeing now with the current price action. So let's see, let's talk about the Santa rally real quick on the last year. I think I'm pulling up a chart right now. So December 20th was when the start of that rally, and it rallied up from 46.85, a little over 100 points in the last week or so of trading for 2022. Now,
That could make your year.
yeah, right. And so right now, let's bring you back to now. November, we're coming at the end of November 2023. We're looking at the S&P right now. It has been on a bullish run since November 1st. And it's
It's like
just
the Santa Claus rally came early.
it seems like it, we're not saying it is, but it could be, and the price is showing what it is. And going back to seasonality, we see that carry into January, obviously, you know.
Mhm.
So that's something to take consideration of.
Yeah, another thing that we found in this seasonality of the markets is the low trading volume. So there are rallies for sure, but at the same time, in the intradays when like it should be active, there's actually low volume. There's low trading volume. Not many people are taking their holidays, right? And that's totally fine. Again, the whole point of this is to just make sure you guys have a plan during the holidays. So yeah, it can be low volumes. If there's no entry for your system, during the holidays, then okay, cool. Step away from the charts. Don't step off the gas in action in your daily life, but just step away from the charts. Enjoy what you've done throughout the year. Enjoy the freedom that trading has brought you, the finances. Enjoy it with the family. I, and that's totally fine because there's also market closures. Like on the specific days, U.S. market's going to be closed in Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure tomorrow there's going to be low volume from Thanksgiving all the way till next Monday. Even Monday might be a little slow, or okay, our Sunday for Hawaii, it's going to be slow. One, just disclaimer: be safe, be careful on how you trade during these holidays. It is possible, but just something to note is that yeah, it could be really really boring if you're one of those scalpers and you're trying to look for an entry, just be careful. Don't be forcing trades. It's okay. The holidays, expect low volatility, expect low movements. But again, expectations versus reality is always different. So just be prepared for anything. But overall, I think our experience, it's more low volatility than anything.
And just to wrap up the stats, let's just fire off these average returns on S&P during these holidays. So Thanksgiving, average is 0.18% return, a little bit low, but Christmas Eve, 0.32%. Christmas Day is 0.41, a little bit on the higher end. New Year's Eve, 0.14, and New Year's Day is 0.23% average return over the past
For
20
the
years.
S&P 500. For
S&P
the S&P
500.
500.
So if you add all that up, if you're like still active or planning to be active throughout all of these holidays, that's a total of 1.28% gain, you know, average. We're just adding up the stats and the averages. Of course, it's not going to be exactly that, right? Hopefully it's more, right? But if you're, pushing towards the end of the year and you still need that extra percent, to go make your goal or whatnot, then I mean, there's still opportunity. Yes, read, run over, talk about the low volume, but there's still opportunity to be had. Don't sleep on these opportunities just because it's like, oh yeah, it's Christmas Eve or whatnot.
Holiday and seasonality should be already incorporated into your trading plan from the get-go. Like it should be expected. Are you going to be trading or are you not going to be trading? That's really what I would hammer it down to. It's like, and it has to fit your plan. It has to fit your edge. If you're missing out 1.28% and you're okay with that, then cool. But if you're like, no, I'm trading till market closure, then okay, but don't have an emotional decision making. You see the Santa rally and you're like, oh shoot, hold on guys, I gotta step away from dinner and I'm gonna place my trade right now. That's not planning, man. That's not intentional. So yeah, that's just be wary of that. Be careful. Always plan your trades.
Always plan. Yeah, I mean, we can go ahead and pep talk ourselves all we want, when it comes to um like the people going into New Year's, right? They have a New Year's resolution, like after all the holiday eating and whatnot, then they go ahead and start that pep talk. Why you gotta wait for it? Start it now. If you need that pep talk, start it now. But most importantly, what actions are you taking that you will follow through on what you're trying to say and achieve, right? If you're trying to accomplish something, do you have it prioritized? Let's talk about that, right? People want to lift off the gas and just cruise through the rest of the year. But really, if you're trying to finish your goals that you set beginning of this year, 2023, do you have it in your calendar? Do you have it written down in your planner? Did you block out specific time to achieve that thing? If you're trying to finish a book, if you're trying to continue going to the gym and hitting your steps for the day, if you have been having a rough time in trading, what has your journal been telling you? If you have no entries in there, then that's a good place to start, right?
And I want to bring back, this is 5 days, like 5 days. It's not take 2 months off. These are 5 holidays that we're talking about. Okay, take break on those 5 holidays, But like today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Guess what? The gym is open tomorrow. Again, I relate to fitness a lot, but the gym is open tomorrow. I bet you it's going to be super, super empty in the morning. You know, it's Thanksgiving Day. We'll see who's actually there. But the point is like, it's 5 days, guys. Like 5 days, not 2 months. Doesn't
No,
mean let the gas off to the rest of the year.
so one thing, right, to just stay prepared during trading, right? How do you be prepared? It comes with time and experience. It's kind of cliche, but say going into tomorrow, we have Thanksgiving. Um, you have to decide, or will you be trading at all tomorrow, or will you not? Then you make that decision tonight, the day before, right? Make the decision now so that you can be intentional. And say you look at the charts for whatever reason and you see a move go on and you miss it and you feel guilty because you missed the move, and then your turkey don't taste good anymore, right? It
It's
just
FOMO, man. FOMO.
right. So you want to be proactive and just make the decision like, okay, I'm going to be intentional. It's family time, spending time with loved ones. I'm there. Get super drunk, food wasted. I'm there, right? Where is your mind at? That's something you just want to establish. Simple question. And it's okay. Just once you
Yeah,
decided,
it's
stick with it.
fine. It's
Yeah.
totally okay. It's
Ex-
totally okay. Indulge,
Indulge.
enjoy, love it.
Exactly.
Just don't be trading family. Like, come on. You could put the phone down. You could put the charts aside for a day. Like, it's okay. You know,
It's a-okay. Unless you're
charts
Mike
will still be
Bella.
here.
Unless you're Mike Bella.
Yeah, right. Right. Well, he'll promise his wife that they're going somewhere fancy after he makes, $1 million on the night. So
Kind of just winding down this conversation on trading through the holidays. If there's low volume, as we mentioned earlier, then it's okay. Maybe you don't have to spend time at the charts per se, but maybe do a good reflection, do an in-depth one, or finish gathering your data for the year. Finish up your journal. Um, if you're stressing about hitting a particular number, part of me is kind of feeling this right now. I have a target to hit, but it's a reminder. Don't force
how
it.
close are you to your target, Glenn?
I need less than 2%.
All right, don't force it, man. That's
Don't force
that's
it.
my lesson, dude. Like, don't force it, dude. The more you force it, the more it's gonna be pushed away from you. Let the market come. And this is not just for Glenn. This is for everyone listening.
Yeah.
Like, let you have your goals, but if you don't meet them, doesn't mean you're a failure. Just look how far you come. Like Glenn said, reflect. Look at how far you've come in this year.
And last point we want to share with you guys to it's a great pointer for trading through the holidays. Figure out what the crowd isn't doing and do that. You want to be going against the crowd. Like Reed mentioned, gym's gonna be empty tomorrow. If you have a fitness goal, you should be at the gym, man. Like just knock it out.
Yeah.
Knock it out. Right? 30 minutes, 45 minutes, done. Figure out what the crowd isn't doing. And that is kind of a way for you to get ahead of the competition. But yeah, you're not trading against people exactly. It's for yourself. You're battling yourself, right? And so, what did you do last Thanksgiving or last Christmas? You just goof off, Like, what can you do now that you're last yourself, that you can get ahead of your last yourself? And that's the goal, man, actually. Like, the goal is you don't want to be the same person you are year after year after year, right? You want to look back 10 years, be like, yo, that's a different person, right?
1 year from now, yeah, that was a different person. I was a different trader a year ago. Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
growth, right? I think, and we'll end it here, man. But like it starts with setting goals. It starts with setting your intentions for the year for what you want to accomplish. And I think we'll pause it here and we'll talk about that in our next episode. But setting your goals, setting your intentions in everything that we do, especially going into year, that's the most important goal in setting of the year, entire year, is the beginning of the year. But I think, debatable. You should start setting your goals now, setting it towards the end of the year, set it in December. So then that way you hit the ground running in January. But I digress. We'll dive more into that.
Cliffhanger. Leave it as a
Yeah,
cliffhanger.
we'll dive more into that in our next episode.
But yeah, I mean, that is our take on trading through the holidays, folks. We encourage you guys to just continue learning, continue doing that self work, continue to just try to get a little bit better every day. Thank you guys for listening.
Whether you're looking to improve your trading mindset and growth, we'll provide you with the tools, tips, and inspiration you need to make your next breakthrough. So tune in and let's edge up together.